If there is one single topic that I would have loved to see more content on before moving to Sweden, it would definitely have been related to all the costs and all the hidden costs in doing so. As some of you may know, I decided to fully move up to Sweden in the beginning of this year, after having bought a house back in 2023, and I personally would have loved a video that goes a bit more into detail and in depth about all the costs that are related to it, just to get a better understanding what I am getting myself into. So I thought that's what I will give to you today and openly share with you all the costs and what I have already spent so far in my immigration journey here. So I would say, without further ado, let's jump right into it. But maybe first up, all the costs that I will mention here will be in Swedish krona, as this is the currency of Sweden. I will try to put up some other currencies here on the screen just for you to get a better understanding, but yeah, just to make sure that I'm not causing any confusion here. First off, definitely my biggest expense was the house purchase. I paid 320,000 Swedish krona for the house, so that's around $30,000. And while this may seem very cheap, it is not actually uncommon here, at least not if you're looking more in the countryside and away from bigger cities like Stockholm, Malmö, Gothenburg, etc. In the countryside, those prices are really not that uncommon, and if you look it up online, you will see that there's actually quite a few houses for those prices on offer. This will probably also be your biggest expense in the beginning, obviously depending a little bit on the area and the size of the house you're looking for. If you have any other special requirements, for instance, if you really need to be next to a lake or something like this. Of course, you do not need to buy a house when moving up here. You can also find something to rent in the beginning or even later down the road. But keep in mind, renting is not that common in Sweden as it may be in other places. So you might find it a little bit difficult also to find a place to rent here. But it is definitely possible. I know many people who are also renting apartments here, for instance, but I would say buying in general is way more common. Next to the purchase price of the house, I had a one-time payment for the entrance in the land register. This is called lagfart, and this was around 7,200 SEK. So when I purchased the house, I did not take a bank loan, so I do not have any costs related to this and having to pay back the bank like a mortgage. I did take a private loan so that I can pay back in the future, but I don't have any extra interest rates or extra fees that come on top of this. So the house price is the house price. Then we've got our running costs like electricity, water, house insurance, Wi-Fi, etc. I will not go into detail too much in this video as I have made a separate video about this not so long ago. So maybe go and watch this if you're interested in it. I'll link it to you somewhere here. But yeah, I was actually thinking also about making maybe a separate video about all the spendings I had in the past month living here full time. So would maybe be nice for me to know if you would be interested in this. So maybe you can just write this down in the comments if you would like to see a video about this, then I can definitely do this. But I would say depending on the month, it's maybe around 4,000 each month. So when I took over the house, I would say it was pretty much in a shape where I could immediately move in and live in here. Of course, there were smaller things to do, but nothing crazy, which was important to me when I bought it. So I must also be honest and say that so far I haven't done nearly as much as I would have liked to do in terms of renovations. So my main costs were basically just around getting tools, getting wallpaper, getting paint, etc. And that is maybe around 20,000 that I spent so far. Those costs will definitely increase in the future as I plan to do some bigger upgrades, such as renovating the bathroom, doing new floorings, maybe new windows, etc. So this will definitely go up in the future, but for now I have not spent too much on this. So there were already a couple of furniture items in the house, like a table and chairs and like chest of drawers, etc. But overall, I would say most of the stuff I just had to buy myself. For me, it was very important that I managed to find everything secondhand and just buy as much as I can for the house used instead of new. There's simply so much nice and beautiful stuff out there that has rarely or never been used before, and I think that deserves a second chance. So I really don't see the point in buying things new. It's also amazing for your budget and like helps you so much in this regard. So I really try to put my main focus on just trying things, finding things secondhand. I also knew I don't have really like a time pressure, so you know, I don't specifically need chairs, etc. And I would say I definitely did manage to find most of the stuff secondhand. I would say the only things I bought new were the couch, my washing machine, the mattresses for the beds and the beds. But this was mainly due to like transportation questions, because I had to get the stuff somehow here, and my car is tiny, so I couldn't really have fitted like a couch into my car. So that's why I did buy this new to get it delivered here. Otherwise, I would also have gotten this secondhand. I also had a lot of stuff already back in my apartment in Germany, so whenever I came here I could just bring some of this stuff, so I do not need to like repurchase it here. I would say the same as with the renovation costs, I have to estimate it a little bit, but I would say overall for everything that I've gathered in the past 1.5 years, it's around 50,000 krona. When registering with the tax authority, so Skatteverket, to get your personal number, there are itself no costs involved for the registration process. However, if, for instance, you come from an EU country, you need to prove that either you have a work contract or you're going to study here, or that you can live off your own funds. And then you need to prove that you have 150,000 kroner in your bank account. You do not need to spend that money, so it's not really an expense, but it's something you should take into consideration, that you need to have this money if you don't have like a work contract or something already secured. So yeah, it's just basically an insurance, or like assurance for them that you are not depending on the state and you can live on your own in the beginning. The only costs I had related to registering here, etc., was when I applied for my ID card, and then you pay 400 Swedish krona. Since I came from another country within the EU, I didn't have any costs related to like application or like visa fees or like legal counseling, etc. If you are from outside of the EU or another country, there might be some additional costs that are coming towards you. However, on this side, I cannot really help you because this didn't really apply to me. So you will have to look this up yourself. There are no costs for health insurance here. If you are registered in Sweden, you are automatically covered by the state for health insurance. I'm currently also in the process of importing my car to Sweden, and there are definitely some costs related to this that I did not plan in. So I would say this consists of like 3 steps, and the first one is that you basically fill out an application form and you send in your original documents to the transport authorities, and this costs you 1,200 krona to do so. Once this application is approved, your car will have to go through 2 checkups basically, and the first one is definitely an expensive one, I would say. So I've heard that it depends a little on your car probably as well, but this can cost also up to like 5,000 krona for this checkup, which I did not calculate in. I haven't made it that far yet because I'm still stuck in the first step. So I don't know how much it will be for my car, but I'm calculating that it will be around this. So yeah, didn't think about this. And then there's a second checkup after that again for your car. And I think that this one is a bit cheaper. It's just a regular, it's called Bilprovningen. And that is around maybe 700 krona, also a little bit depending where you're going. Okay, so what does this make up in total? I would say let's ask my best friend, Monsieur Calculateur. For this, I would, however, exclude all my running costs and stuff such as groceries, etc. Just because, well, you would have running costs wherever you live, so I don't think it's really that related to like the immigration costs. So I will exclude this and put this aside. But for all the other costs, we have a total of 404,500 Swedish krona. So yeah, around 40,000 euros, I would say. Yeah, I don't know, what do you think? Is this more or less than you expected? I don't know what to make of this. I think I actually would have guessed it would be a lot more, because especially in the beginning, I just always had the feeling I'm just constantly spending money and money and money, and nothing came in. So I think I'm positively surprised by this. It's not too bad, I would say. But yeah, I really do hope that this helps you in some sort of way. If you have any questions or would like me to go into more detail about a specific topic or a specific like expense or area, just let me know and just like write it down in the comments. I would love to read that. And yeah, with that, I would say let's end this video now, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!